We hear there are a number of cameos. Did you have a favorite?
There are some wonderful returning cameos, and maybe a new. Well, look, there's a newbie on screen who I can talk about. The rest, I'm afraid, it's just a few more sleeps, Robin. They're just, just a couple more sleeps, and everyone can see it. But no, it was great fun. It was really great fun. It's a phenomenal cast, and if that wasn't enough, I then get to play a couple of variants of the character himself to turbocharge his kind of development, which was great fun.
And you mentioned it. You said horror, which a lot of people go horror, but this really, in history of Marvel, you're the first horror film.
I guess so, which makes it a first. You're right. I mean, it's definitely dark in tone, and there are some scary moments in it, and I think it's definitely the scariest of the Marvel films so far, so that was a fun element to bring.
So Elizabeth Olsen says Wanda would win in a fight with Doctor Strange.
She is absolutely right. She is. She plays who she plays. So yeah, she would.
What do you hope Strange's life will be or future will be in this new phase of MCU?
I mean, he's pretty up front and center at the moment. I think he's becoming, one of the well-established characters in the pantheon, and this sort of phase 4 that Marvel's going into with the multiverse, he's the guy cracking it open, so I'm having great fun playing him.
We know you play a superhero on screen, but off screen, you and your wife, Sophie Hunter, you're opening up your home to Ukrainian refugees.
Yeah.
And that's really, really special.
Well, everyone's trying to do something, and it's a frustrating process in the UK, and that's putting it very mildly. But who we're helping, they're safe. They're in Germany at the moment. They're not with us yet, but we're hoping for a speedy recovery so they can come and join us when they're ready.
We always talk about how important representation is. What is it like for you to see yourself in this movie, see yourself in this action figure? You have a 5-year-old son, and know that other children can see you and think that this is a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, it's so important. I mean, it was very surreal for my son to see me in a miniaturized version, but I often take pictures of the action figure displaying the food and then sending it to my wife. But yeah, especially for kids. I mean, for me, what struck me was, the platform and the opportunities that the MCU can offer. It's so far-reaching. And we've had things like, the success of Shang-Chi. It just sends ripples of positivity. And one of the images that really struck me was a young Asian kid holding aloft the Shang-Chi doll, and yeah, it's positive, and it can, affect that we can see ourselves as heroes, and that's important.
Yeah. Do you do your own stunts? Because there's a lot of action.
I do, yeah. But with the help of a stunt team there, it eases the load.
And I'm just curious though, because whenever you're part of this franchise, so many people, I'm sure, are asking you, tell us the story. Is it hard to keep the secrets when you know what's going to happen in these films?
It's very hard. They've started holding half my wages now, so that kind of sort of levels things off a bit more. And then so with Iron Man's death, thought that was a massive one for me. So I mean,
You tell no one.
No, yeah. It's just like you just remain vague.
Well, how about keeping it just between us then? What's the future of Wong? We've got to know.
Oh yeah, well hey, this is it. We'll wait to see what unfurls. I mean, he's now become from 6 years ago when I started this role. I was the no-nonsense librarian, and now he's got a promotion, and he's the no-nonsense sorcerer supreme. So. Yeah, there's lots of scope there, so we just send it out to the Marvel universe and see what happens.
Maybe you get your own film.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Sign a petition.
So Wanda's just rocketed to the top of the Marvel universe. When did you first sense that she would become such an iconic character?
Never. Never had the sense. I was excited to introduce her when we did 7 years ago, but it was really with WandaVision, that reaction. She created her own path. Like I was not expecting any of the reaction that we got from that show.
Yeah, and now she's one of the most powerful members in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's very strong.
So how involved were you in her development?
I've been involved, meaning there's a script that I am trying to continue to make the script make sense, but also continue what I started and the thread between all these films and projects, to continue to at least keep it interesting, try and do something new, try and advance the character in some way, but you know, with the script that I can't do too much with. But they're very collaborative, Marvel. So if I had a suggestion, they can make it work.
You already co-star Benedict Cumberbatch. You know, he was here on GMA yesterday. He actually didn't even put up a fight. He said Wanda would definitely take Doctor Strange down.
She would. She's very strong. Punch for punch, she would absolutely take him down. Yeah.
Speaking of the men in Wanda's life, was it weird to do this movie without your other half, Vision?
Yeah.
Paul Bettany, who was also just here, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching him do interviews because I miss doing interviews with him. Yes, it was. It's kind of perfect for where we find the character for her to feel as alone as I did without him. And so Wanda is in this isolated place, so it was fine. But I do miss Paul Bettany, and I miss his humor, and I miss his face.
Maybe you two can reunite when Wanda gets her own movie.
Sure.
So one, when will that be? And two, what would be your dream storyline for the character?
There's no plan. And I'm serious. I'm not a good liar. I wish I had a plan.
But you're open to the idea.
I'm open as long as the story's good.
How about Catherine Hahn's WandaVision spin-off? You think you'll be appearing in that?
I mean, I would do anything with Han. Yeah. I mean, no, I'm not appearing in it. I don't. Again. Not as far as I am aware.
Now you are.
But I love that woman so much.
She's so talented.
Yeah,
And that
fabulous.
character.
So fun. That entire show was just filled with lots of joy. Yeah, it was great.